All right, we are talking with fourth round pick of your North Bay Battalion, Owen Van Steensel, signs with the team. Owen, take us through that process and what it's all been like.
It's been great. About a week and a half ago, Adam reached out to us and kind of told us what they wanted, and we were thrilled. We were happy to accept, and it's been a really exciting time for us, and I just can't wait to get started.
So it's kind of obviously a strange situation everywhere right now because of everything that's going on. You were drafted 11 months ago. What was that experience like going through the OHL draft and 11 months later here you are signing a deal with the team?
No, that sounds like a really long time ago, but no, the day was great. My We weren't allowed to have many people around, obviously, but I was there with my family. It was a good day. All the support from past teammates, coaches, family, friends. It was a great day. We were excited to be drafted by North Bay, and Adam was great to us right from the start. So now to put the pen to paper is really great.
With recent
What
years,
about your game? Oh,
Pardon me.
no, go ahead, Tom.
I was just going to ask us, tell us about your game. Tell us what kind of player you are.
Um, I think I'm a 200-foot player, versatile player, can play in all three zones. I feel like I can be used on the penalty kill, power play, even strength, even in terms of like early in the game if we need some momentum, or late game if we're trying to get something going. I feel like I'm the type of player who can be used in all situations, and I'm willing to do anything for the team.
You yourself, a captain of your team last year. Take us through what it was like having the responsibility of having the C on your jersey.
You know what? We had a great group of players. Everyone on that team was a leader. Anyone in that locker room was worthy of having a letter on the jersey. For them to vote me in to wear the C, was I was honored to do that, and I took it seriously. Um, it was just great to have such a good team want me to lead them, and but like I said, anyone was worthy.
You put up 62 points in your draft year and another 23 in the playoffs. I mean, that's a pretty good season on anyone's agenda. But I mean, to do it in your draft season, just take us through that.
No, it was fantastic. I had a lot of good players around me. Definitely wasn't all alone. Um, you know, I feel like I'm a kind of player who, if you give me the puck, I'll give it back to you. And we had a lot of guys that were just like that. So to have that kind of feeling within the team, it was both ways. So getting that many points wasn't just individual success. I think that came from team success too.
We were just talking to Dom DiVincentis just a little bit earlier in the episode, and he's got a pretty good handle on what number he wants to wear. What about you?
You know what? I had to talk with Adam, and we got a couple choices, and I chose 16.
What's behind that?
Um, Nothing too deep. I wore 14 growing up, um, every year, and I think 16 was the closest to that.
Who's a player in the NHL that you try to model your game after?
Um, I'd say probably Bo Horvat. He's a great leader for Vancouver. He grew up. He played for the Chiefs too. Um, but no, he's got a complete game. He can play all three zones. He has the physicality on the table as well. I feel like I can bring a physical aspect to the game too. Um, and just the way he carries himself is something to look up to.
Also playing, he's an alumni of your general manager's team, the London Knights, when he played as well. So the connections are certainly there as well.
Yeah, for
Owen,
sure.
just curious, what is it? Obviously, Tom and I, we're not very good at hockey, or else we'd probably be doing something different with our lives. But we've never gone through an OHL draft season. So what's that kind of like on the players' side of things, like with the scouts watching you, and do you have a sense of who's going to take you before they actually do in the draft?
Um, it was kind of all over the place. You always knew someone was watching. You during the season, you try not to think too much about it. You just got to play your game, do what you do best. Um, yeah, like I said, there's always someone watching, so you got to carry yourself well on and off the ice, in tournaments and stuff, especially walking around the rink. Just carry yourself well, and just do everything that you do. Don't try to be someone that you're not, and yeah, just kind of show them who you really are as a player and a person, and things can go your way.
Now, one thing we've also talked to Adam before this as well, and one thing we were talking to him about was how different it is to try and sell the players on North Bay, because you can't really get up here, unfortunately, right now, because of the current situation, of course. But what was some of the things that really sold you on not just committing to the battalion, but like the city of North Bay and whatnot?
So I was actually lucky enough, in between lockdowns when things were open for a while, to go down to North Bay. I got to see the whole city. You see like people with their battalion merchandise on the streets and stuff. It's great. It's kind of that small town feel. I'm from Milderton, so we're quite a small town. Kind of reminded me of home. Really welcoming. But yeah, a couple of players reached out too and said congrats after the draft, and especially yesterday, a couple of guys on the team reached out. So great atmosphere, great place to be, I feel, and just really excited.
Have they given
Awesome
you
stuff.
have they given you we asked this question of Dom as well, and it's a little tough to answer because nobody knows what's happening or if there is going to be anything coming, but have they given you kind of an idea of what your role will be with the team if something was to happen?
Um, just come and improve myself. They got to watch me last year, kind of see what I have. They feel like my game will fit their type of play nicely. So kind of just come in, do what I do. Obviously being a younger guy, I got to work for everything. But just work my way and work my way up and be the best player I can be.
All right, Owen, we really really appreciate your time here today to talk about signing with the battalion and everything. It's always exciting when new players do join the fold, even if you were drafted 11 months ago, but there's been no hockey since. But we really appreciate your time today, sir.
No, thank you guys for having me. It was great.
Absolutely. Thanks so much.
Yeah.
Whenever you're good.
All right, we got to say a big thank you to Adam Dennis, Dom DiVincentis, and Owen Van Steensel, two of the newest members of the North Bay Battalion, for joining us on a special episode of the Frontline podcast. Now, you can hear this on Spotify, Apple Music, Google Podcast, anything battalion social media related, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, everything else in between. He's Kortney Kenny. I'm Tom Parisi, and another thank you to Ben Sargent, our intrepid producer, for making us sound so fantastic. This was a lot of fun. We should do it again sometime.